You are listening to the Urban Sports Scene with Wole and Ray. Guess what, fam? It's time for HBCU Corner. Right now, we have sophomore running back for the Howard University football team, Eden James, on the corner. What's up, Eden, and welcome to HBCU Corner with the Urban Sports Scene.
What's going on, man? Pleasure for having me with y'all, bro. It's a pleasure.
Hey, bro, you look tired. What happened, man? Practice was rough today or something?
Hey, man, it's been a long week, man. It's been a long week. Midterms, all that.
Oh, okay.
He's
Yeah,
running
that's
time.
what's up.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Time.
Keep up with that, no doubt. I get it. All right, so we ain't trying to make you more tired, man. We trying to uplift your spirits. You had a game last week. We gonna get there, but first we want to start with just some softball questions. Like, you've been in DC now, Howard University, a couple years. Have you tried mumbo sauce yet?
Yeah, I've had mumbo sauce.
What you think about it?
I mean, I don't even eat it like that, so I don't know if I think much of it.
I was going to ask him what was his favorite carryout. I was going to ask what his favorite carryout. Yeah, if you don't eat it that much, yeah.
So like, if you eat Chick-fil-A or something, you know Chick-fil-A sauce good. Raising Cane's, you like the cane sauce. It's up there in that upper echelon of sauces. That's why I asked, bro. It's a DC thing. You gotta get hip to it.
Yeah, it gotta be a DC thing because I don't.
Oh man! Well, anyway, homecoming is basically next week, man. You ready for it?
Oh, of course, man. I mean, hey, we're the show. We a part of homecoming, so we got to execute on that.
Love it. Speaking, like, when you came for your visit to Howard, was your first visit homecoming?
Yeah.
How was that experience, bro? How was that experience?
I mean, they lost that homecoming, and what's crazy, it was against Norfolk State. Mm-hmm. But it was cool. I didn't get to necessarily experience the whole facilities because it was their homecoming, so a lot of stuff was closed down. Mm-hmm. So I didn't get to see like a lot of things. Like the gym was closed and stuff like that. So I didn't get to see all that, but I was able to see them practice. I think the following day, get a feel for how they practice and stuff like that. But it was cool.
What was like that final decision? Say, you know what? Yeah, I want to go to this school.
What you mean? Like, what was the final? Like, what was
like your mind? Like, when did you know I'm going to Howard? Like, was it like that visit? Like, what was it like? Oh, I'm definitely going to Howard.
I think the visit solidified it more, and it wasn't. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like the facilities and things like that, which is what I think a lot of people are so gravitated towards now these days. Mm-hmm. It's more so the people, and I feel like the people is what make the program what it is, not the program. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
People always come and go, and the program always gonna be there. But yeah, it was the people that solidified it, and so I think Coach Scott has done a great job, putting the right people in place to make the program what it is right now.
All right, so let's get into the season. So last year you had 400 yards rushing. The way you going right now, bro, you can get about 1,000 yards rushing just the way you going on this pace. What was your motivation going into this season?
My motivation, well, for starters, they got my stats wrong with my freshman year. I'm really supposed to be like at 442.
All right, cool. All right. I was looking at the stats. Yeah, okay, man, I trust you. I know players are. I trust you. I got you.
Yeah, they messed up my ham thing. Anytime I went 12 for 21, I ain't do that, man. No, I had way more than that. But my motivation going to season, my biggest one was the work, because I put a lot of work into the off season going to the season. So I was very eager to see how it would translate or turn out thus far, and I feel like right now it's showing pretty well. So that's one of them. Another one is just a group of guys that we have. I feel like there's no better feeling when you're able to look at the guy, like everyone in the locker room, or just the guys in the locker room, and be like, dang, like I can trust him, him, and him. And so that's one of my biggest motivations, especially with the team we have. Like, I know our record says otherwise, but if you've paid closely attention to the games, like, we not getting blown out. Like, some of it's just finishing issues. Some of it's just like not paying attention to certain details. So we got the squad. And then third, I think the third motivation would be, I think I just said it, but yeah, I already said it. So yeah, it's really them two things. So those are my motivations going into the season.
So like you mentioned, like I feel like you're right. If people paid attention, your team's been competitive, very competitive. Like you were just
Yeah,
competitive
we
against
got
Northwestern. Like you was very competitive against Northwestern.
yeah.
Dude, bro, you had 177 yards. I don't know how competitive you're going. That's very competitive. So what's your mindset going to the next game against Harvard?
I think the thing is when you have a performance like that, and especially considering who I am, like I probably get more attention than other kids because of who my father is.
Mm-hmm.
So I think what you have to do is you seize the moment. My dad always said like you have like 24 hours and then you got to flush it out. So you seize it and then you got to kind of reset and basically act as if that didn't happen and move on to the next game. Because if you don't, I think you get caught up into it and then you won't be able to reciprocate that performance or even top it, to say the least. So that's more so my mindset going into every single game, every single week.
What kind of zone is it to get 177 yards? Like, are you in the type of zone when you feel like nobody can touch you? Like, you feel like, yo, anytime I touch this rock, I can take it to the house?
I mean, I always feel that
Okay.
when I touch the rock, but at the same time, you always gotta be realistic. Like that's not gonna happen all the time. So the biggest thing for me is it's not more so about trying to hit a big run every time I get the ball. It's more so about just going through basically just going through the whole process and make the right reads. And eventually you'll end up with those big runs that go for 21, 26, and eventually like 64 like I had last week. So that's really all that's going through my mind.
Yeah, once you see the lane, it's like you take it. And some people hesitate, and that's the difficult part about being a running back, man. It's not always easy to see them holes and to be able to read your blockers, but I see it in you, bro. I wanted to ask you, though, some discussion in the offseason about you having a share, your team having a share of the MEAC title last year. Folks rocked the rings to MEAC Media Day. And, of course, there was some people chirping like, there's no such thing as co-champions. And Coach Scott said that's definitely on our brains to win it outright this year. Is that still a discussion in the locker room? Like, we want to be outright MEAC champs this year, not shared, not co-champs.
Always, man. That's the drive for why we doing what we're doing. I mean, of course, the ultimate one is the celebration mode, but to win the MEAC outright, that is at the top of everybody's minds right now because being clowned and all that type of stuff. I mean, it don't make sense to me how it works, but yeah, like we want to we want to win it outright this time, but nobody got nothing else to say, and that's it.
Hey, so in order to do that, you got to go through Central. And Coach Scott said, we definitely got Central at home this year, circled on our calendar. He not sugarcoating it. That's a game that he's looking forward to, not overlooking any opponents. But if you want to achieve your goals, you got to beat the best team in the conference. So what's your thoughts on that?
On Central? Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the game. That's circled on my schedule too. That's what I'm really looking forward to. Not to overlook any other team in the MEAC, but that game I'm really looking forward to. I'm sure when that week comes up, I'm sure the preparation, everybody's attitudes will be much different. So, hey, it's not just me; it's the whole team. We looking forward to Central.
And give a message to the fans real quick. My bad, Wole. Because that's a home game. You got to pack green out that day. What can you tell the fans about why they need to come see that game?
It's hard. It's hard to tell because oh my God, they don't understand, man. Like, I don't want to explain it to them because they don't understand. They don't understand. or if anything, I'm more so talking to the students. The students don't understand. Like they just see wins and losses, but to other ones, I mean, hey man, you're talking about two teams, or how everybody's viewing it. Like it's either this team or this team that's going to the Celebration Bowl. So I mean, you better be there because that's gonna be one hell of a game. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, y'all gotta win that Hampton game moving forward too, bro. Fans the students get mad when y'all lose that real HU game. We know who the real HU is, but y'all had that too.
Oh yeah, that was, especially since I was on the sidelines, that was painful to watch. Yeah, I think I'd rather get blown out than let that happen. Yeah, that was painful to watch.
So, I mean, you mentioned it, but you got a Hall of Fame resource who played the same position you played. How often do you get advice from Pops?
really weekly.
Weekly? Okay.
Yeah, we talk at least once a week. So, and yeah, he's always dropping the gym, or he's always trying to help me um stay the course in terms of what our goals are for this year,
Mhm.
and the goals that he has for me to put up on myself to achieve. So yeah, I use them weekly, and then if I ever have a question about like, oh, like I think last week I asked him like, okay, so Northwestern, they had like a solid defense for the most
Mhm.
part, but I was like, so how do I go about playing against them? And he broke down how I should go about it, and then that's it. So yeah, he's always one phone call away. I use it.
All right, so I'm gonna ask you this question. This is gonna be like one of those, basically stunting on folks' questions for you. You know what I'm saying? Are you the best running back in the MEAC? I wanna get the answer.
um, up here, I'm gonna say it, but I ain't gonna say it out.
Ah, okay, all
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
But as long as you feel it. So as long as you feel it, that's what matters.
I feel it up
feel
here,
it,
but
that's all that matters. That's all that
we're
matters.
gonna let the body of work. We're gonna let the people say what they feel. You know what I'm saying? It's all
No,
subjective at the end of the day. So
nah, I feel you. Well, I mean, that's pretty much it. Is there anything you'd like to add, my man? You knocked it out, man.
no, I ain't got nothing else to say.
Hey,
Well,
get some rest, bro. I'll be there homecoming, so I'll try to catch you afterwards. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's gonna be a great game, man. It's gonna be a great one. Great atmosphere.
all right, man. Thanks for being on HBCU Corner with the Urban Sports Team, my man.
Hey,
Appreciate
man,
you.
thank y'all for having me.
All right.